Hey guys, Cat Marvel 4 here, and today I'm be watching, not Gotcha, I don't know why that's on. But today, oh, this is gonna be fun. As you can all probably see, I have a face cam. Let's do it this way, because it's the only way I know how to get to his channel. But today, we're gonna be doing some reactions to Not Mr. Nightmare. However, these videos are narrated by him. They are narrated by Mr. Nightmare. And we're going to watch some llama artists. Because I like horror videos. And this should be fun. Let's get right into the news. Let's see here. I'm gonna watch probably 2 or 3. I don't know. Let's watch this one. This one looks like a good video.
I was doing some night hog hunting in the woods near my backyard.
Wait, what? I didn't know I could
do
do that.
In case anyone's wondering, I of course had a night vision scope attachment.
Good.
I guess I'm what you would consider
It's great
a
for
hardcore
hunting.
hunter.
As everyone could probably also
I
tell,
don't
I'm
wanna bore you
recording
with
this
the
in my bed
unnecessary
because
story
I'm gonna be
prolonging
comfy.
details, so I'll make this short. And I want everyone to know that though I agree this story sounds far-fetched and crazy, it is nothing but the
What's
truth.
that green thing behind me?
And I, in a way, actually consider myself lucky
Oh.
that I'll always have such a horrifying story to share. So,
Okay.
while
You
I
have
was sitting in
horrifying
the tower waiting for movement, it finally came.
Yes.
I took aim and found the source. But
Yes.
it wasn't at all a hog, or
Huh?
any kind of animal I was expecting. It was a person, a man wearing all black.
It's so
Black
hard to try and see
sweatpants,
this through the
black
glare.
shoes, and a black hoodie with the
Oh,
hood
heck
over his
no.
head. But that wasn't the freakiest part.
Oh, heck no. I get the frick
He was
out.
dragging
I'm
a
out.
sack
Oh,
behind
I
him.
have a gun.
My heart
Chase me
started
down.
racing.
Chase me.
I was pretty sure I was witnessing this
Chase
guy
me.
trying to bury
I got a
body.
gun. I'm getting the frick out of there,
I
whether
continued
you
to
like
watch
it or
him.
not.
But then he slowed down. I swear to God, it looked as if he turned his head up to me.
Oh, heck no.
I ducked out onto the wooden walls of the tower, shaking in my boots. Yes,
Nope.
I had a gun, but just the idea of using it against a person is horrifying.
No, it's not.
I lay low.
That man
praying
is
to
a
God that he
potential
hadn't seen me.
murderer.
It wouldn't make sense if he could, though. It's practically pitch black out here. Or at least, that was my logic.
Could be trying to stab you,
Seconds
shoot
felt
you,
like an
whatever.
eternity as I waited for the
He's gonna
footsteps
chase
in
you
the
later
woods to
on,
move
too.
elsewhere. But I didn't hear
If
any
you don't shoot
footsteps.
him now,
All I heard was
he's
the
gonna most
sound of a
likely chase
foot
you.
hitting one of the wooden planks on the ladder of the tower.
I
I felt the
predicted
entire tower
it.
vibrate and shake as there were
He's
two
gonna
footsteps
chase you.
moving up
He's
the
gonna
ladder.
chase you. Jump. Jump, darn it.
At this point, I was asking myself down, am I going to be able to shoot someone? But for some reason, whoever was down there
Jump
decided not to
down the
climb all
ladder
up.
and kick him in
As
the
I heard them
face.
jump
Have
back
fun
down
with
to the
that.
forest
When you
ground
break the leg,
and
though.
began dragging the sack away. I think I stayed frozen like a statue for at least 10 minutes before even peeking over the ledge again. The coast seemed clear. I
Okay,
had to
this
get
man
home
must
and
be
warn the
new to
police
murder.
immediately. I hopped
He
over the ledge and
witnessed
descended down the
it.
ladder. I turned on
He
my pocket flashlight,
witnessed
which
it.
in hindsight was a stupid move considering the situation, and ran back in the direction of my house. I was only able to run for about 10 seconds or so when I heard the rapid, manic footsteps crunching the leaves from behind me. I took a look over my shoulder, and there he was, inches away from
Oh,
my
heck
face.
no.
I spun around and shot him in the shoulder.
Ooh.
He stopped and screamed in agony, and I took that moment to finish
Ooh,
my dash to
no,
my
no,
house.
no, 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 no,
Again,
no,
in
no,
hindsight,
no,
I
no,
should have
no,
held
no,
him
no.
hostage somehow.
No,
But that doesn't
I'm
even
gone.
matter
No,
now.
at that point, I'm running
I
faster
called
than
the
Flash
police,
ever
who
could.
showed up within 15
I'm
minutes with a
outta
whole
here.
search squad, and I led them all into the woods to the exact location where I shot him.
And people
There was a
might
faint yet noticeable
think I'm being
blood trail spilled
sarcastic.
onto the leaves,
No,
which
actually,
led
I probably
past the
could
body
run
bag,
faster than the
which
Flash
cops
if
seized,
put in the
and
situation of
eventually right to
needing
the
to.
maniac who was hiding under a log next to a tree. He was arrested and tried for the murder of Jin-Quen Sakanaki, a Japanese corner store owner. I
Who?
don't know the full story behind it.
I
but
don't
do
know this
I
man.
won't forget this one for the rest of my life. and I'll also be telling it for the rest of my life.
I don't know that, man. Oh, do we want to watch three? We want to watch three real creepy movie theater stories, or do we want to watch a death battle? I don't know this. Oh wait, that's just a sniper wolf. I did not mean to do that. I moved the. Whee! I moved my face cam around. Ooh, let's watch this one, because I love pizza. I'm gonna probably end up having most of this video on its side, but I'm gonna have the actual like reactions facing up, whether if I have to flip the video around to make the whole this thing on its side.
From the pizza place I worked at, it was a 20-minute drive, which isn't too crazy out where I live.
Okay.
Plus, they ordered 4 large pies, so
Party.
I figured it was a party, and I would get a much bigger tip. Navigating the dirt roads at night was always
Party, 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 party.
It was some
nice car.
sketchy-looking building, literally in the middle of a forest clearing. There were no cars parked anywhere, or any lights on. I put my car in park and called my boss. I asked him to reread the address at least.
It could be a birthday party.
I typed it in right, but that
they could have only just invited family.
I could tell he was in a really bitchy mood, and he told me to at least knock on the door and check it out. He would normally get mad if I took back 1 pie, but I was afraid of what he would do if I brought back 4.
He'd probably fire you.
I was insanely unnerved, but got out anyway and forced myself to the front door of the building. There was no doorbell, so I just knocked really hard.
Ding dong, the witch is dead.
I heard nothing and didn't really expect to hear anything. I was extremely disappointed, not because nobody answered the door, but because I was realizing that it was all a waste of time and gas.
Yep, big waste of time and gas. Big time.
Then began to hear some kind of rustling noises from inside of the building.
Oh heck no, I'm leaving.
I knocked again and yelled that I was the pizza guy. There was
silence. Pizza.
More uncomfortable now than before. But before I could turn around, I noticed something at the window. There was someone looking through the window.
Blah 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 blah.
I couldn't tell if it was a man or a woman. All I noticed were their eyes. Their eyes were open wider than possible.
Oh heck no.
Staring intently.
Oh heck no. At that point, I would just throw the pies at the window and say, "See ya."
Dropped the pizzas and ran back to my car. The shitty thing wouldn't start until turning the key for the 3rd time. I drove off the grass and back onto the dirt road, but I felt the car rocking about, shaking and bumping. Something wasn't right. I didn't make it far from the building before I started hearing a sharp scraping sound coming from outside. There was so much resistance that I couldn't even drive. The car came to a stop. I got out of the car to check what the hell was wrong. A chill ran up my spine as I began to feel like my heart was constantly skipping beats. My tires had been slashed.
Oh heck no!
Had completely fallen off the rim.
Oh heck no!
Not just the front though. All 4 tires were slashed.
Oh heck no! They even slashed the metal!
On the door to that building.
How can you manage that?
Instead of running, I got back in the car and locked the doors.
Smart man, smart man.
So close to that building, I could
running is always typically the worst move to make.
For the trees blocking the view. I dialed 911 and explained everything to the operator.
911, what's the emergency? Oh, I'm a psychopath!
I asked her if it was advisable to stay in the car or run, and she told me it would be best to stay in the car with the door locked. She asked me to stay on the line with her until the cops arrived.
No.
My whole body was shaking. In all directions, there was nothing.
Sorry, if I was put in this situation, I'd be terrified if someone was just hiding in the back seat. I'd be constantly checking over my shoulder.
I was not comfortable with sitting in that car so close to whoever did this. The next part, though, is what utterly destroyed me. It still shakes me to this day, and I hope nobody ever has to
Well, heck no.
experience this kind of fear. As I was scanning all the windows, making sure nobody was outside, I looked in the rearview mirror, and there was the same person. The same person I saw at that window. Eyes open wider than ever. I could see now that it was a woman, and I could ever so slightly see a smile begin to spread across her face. I opened my door and full-on sprinted into the woods.
I'm with you, dude.
I made.
Get me out of there.
Which didn't take long, and I could find a giant log on the ground. I tried to cover my loud breathing with my hand as I waited and waited.
Now I have no idea if this video is ever going to get uploaded.
Until I finally heard sirens in the distance.
I don't even know how this video is going to turn out. Like, I don't know.
All the stamina I had left to run all the way back in the direction of the dirt road.
It's going to be lagging or what?
The glowing red and blue lights came into view, and I had never felt better in my life. They were parked in front of my car, investigating with flashlights.
We'll watch that one down there next.
I came out
Why is my little
them like a
everything
lunatic to
wrong?
help me.
My
I fell to the floor and started to gag,
lemon
almost throwing up from running so much. They picked me up and began to question me.
Dude, stop suggesting the weirdest things.
One of the two cars drove over to the building, and the two officers began to search the building. They came back with nothing except for
I come back with weirder things then again.
These objects were exactly the same as the ones used to slash my tires. The cops guessed that it was some kind of sick, demented couple, being that I saw the woman, but unfortunately they were never found, and that still kills me to this day. I obviously quit my job right after that.
By the way, I have a nice warm blue blanket
I know that
with a black rim.
Seeing that woman
It's nice and warm.
in the back of my car.
Actually, I think is this my Captain America one? I'm a huge Marvel fan. I have like a ton of Marvel stuff. Let's watch this one. Unpaid for ad. I don't like unpaid for ads.
3 months after I turned 16 in 2005,
I could have paused the video, but nah.
Toyota Camry. On a warm Saturday night, when my friend Alex invited me over to one of his friends'
Free advertisement.
parties, I knew I wouldn't be in a condition to
Free
drive the Camry
advertisement,
home
people.
afterward.
Whoever wants free advertisement.
We lived in the countryside of
Just look for
Virginia,
my channel.
less big parties. Meaning when there was a big party, it was a huge deal and everyone would go.
Wait, if I'm gonna give out free
Away from this
advertisement.
kid's house. I knew where he lived as I was acquainted with him, but
I'm a
not
huge
exactly
fan of
friends.
Cherry Coke.
The whole ride there, we took the same 2-lane highway type road
Cherry
through the woods,
Coca-Cola.
and this kid's house was actually on this road further down.
Now I know my face cam's
At
lagging.
certain points on this road, there
This
were a few
point.
houses on either side, and then it would just go back to being a long, empty highway again. The house was tiny, like a lot of houses around the area, but the party was held outside anyways, since his closest neighbors were relatively far away, and noise wasn't an issue. I'll skip most of the party up until the point that Brianna, who was supposed to be our designated driver, had to suddenly leave for a small family emergency. Alex said it was fine and that we'd find a ride home. Well, fast forward another few hours and another few drinks, and I could barely even walk straight. I checked my watch, and it was like 2 in the morning. I figured it was time to go. I started looking for Alex, but I couldn't
stayed up
find him
till
anywhere.
2 a.m. in the
Like
morning.
everybody I knew had already left. I could barely even think straight, but I was still furious at the fact that Alex could have actually left without me. I asked to use the party host's phone and dialed Alex's home number. After 2 tries, I gave up and then realized I shouldn't wake his family up. So,
I don't care if I wake up so it's family or not.
I stepped out onto the road and began walking back home. I knew this walk would take anywhere from half an hour to an hour in my condition. Maybe after 15 minutes of walking down the road, the slight shine of car headlights on the road was fading in from behind me. Jumping for joy inside, I lifted up my arm and stuck out my thumb. As the car neared, it slowed down and came to a stop right next to me. The man driving the '98 Ford Explorer rolled down the window and asked where you headed. I told him my house was just down the road and beyond a right turn. probably slurring my words beyond comprehension. He chuckled and told me to hop in. I thanked him and joyously hopped into the truck. I was exhausted, and I remember completely disregarding things the guy was asking me because I was so close to just passing out. And that's what happened. The memories of being in that truck turned to a fog, as I'm sure I passed out. The
Oh,
next
heck
thing I
no.
remember, I
Heck
woke up
to the
still
no.
in the moving truck. The guy looked at me and laughed, but didn't say anything.
Oh.
I looked around and realized the road we were on wasn't familiar. I nervously asked, where are we going? He then said, so what were you doing out this late anyway? As the man answered my very straightforward question with another irrelevant question, the sobering reality of the situation hit me. You can let me out anywhere, I told the man. The man responded with a firm no. I felt like throwing up as he said that. No, I really actually felt like I was going to throw up. I started to gag as I felt more and more nauseous by the second. The man took his eyes off the road to look at me, and that's when I thought of the perfect distraction. I turned in his direction as I continued to gag, and he started to kind of lean away and slow down the car. Thankfully, I drank as much as I did because I finally threw up and made a point of doing it all over the man's lap. The man yelled in frustration and stopped the car, and that's when I took it upon myself to run for my life into the woods and duck behind a few bushes.
Smart man, smart man.
The man came following into the woods with a flashlight, and on 2 separate occasions, he
Flashlight
shined
or
the light
phone?
straight over me without noticing. Eventually, I heard his footsteps walk even further into the woods past me. That was when I ran back to his truck, but unfortunately, he was smart enough to lock it. By some miracle, I saw another car approaching in the distance, and I ran out into the middle of the street,
They're in
waving my arms like a
cahoots.
lunatic. The car tried to avoid me, but I wouldn't let it.
They're in
They were forced to
cahoots.
stop, and I yelled at them to help me before they came back.
As everyone probably knows, I can't
Once I
speak
told them that
English.
I was kidnapped by the man who was driving that Ford
English.
Explorer, the driver agreed to give
I
me a
don't
lift.
speak no
Not
English.
to the police station or anything, but to my house. I made it back safely, where I couldn't thank the driver enough. I immediately woke up my parents and told them. My dad wanted to know if I got his tag number, and then I felt like punching myself in the face. I
I would
failed to
too.
get the simplest information from the guy that would have allowed me to actually properly report him. All I knew was that he drove a faded blue '99 Ford Explorer. I made sure to give Alex a piece of my mind, and part of me always held a grudge against him ever since, just for abandoning me at a party
I
without
would
telling
have
me.
punched him in the face.
I haven't seen him in 4 years now, however, and this was actually the first time I even thought about this incident for almost a year now. As time goes on, even the worst of memories may start to fade. But after writing this to share with the internet, it's once again fresh in my mind.
Anyways, guys, I'm gonna probably leave that video off here. This was Cat Marvel 4. Shout out to Llama Artist and Mr. Nightmare. Even though they probably don't need it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.